Well, the IRS is coming into a great harvest of information from Binance. As you may recall, a year or so ago, Binance was taken to court by the U.S. and eventually conceded a negotiated settlement. And I'm talking about Binance International, not Binance U.S. And CZ actually was put in prison for 4 months. Binance was the biggest exchange, actually still is the biggest exchange, but back in 2018, thereabouts, everybody had an account on Binance. What's interesting about discovering that the IRS has Binance account data for people that were trading on Binance International is most of these people had not given any KYC information to the IRS. How did the IRS connect these people back to their identity with their social security number, et cetera? Well, there's a couple techniques that the IRS uses. They can do IP address correlation. They can also do cluster analysis, where they can look at the addresses that are being used to see how they map back and to see when one of those involves a connection to a centralized exchange where they do have the KYC information. If they can see that Binance went to a wallet which went to Kraken or went to Coinbase, they can see, this is how you did it. And they can make connections. Now, all of a sudden, they know or have a strong suspicion about what type of trading activity you did on Coinbase. Now, at that point in time, they can then spread it out to see what other coins you're working with and start to build a picture of your portfolio and start to determine to what extent you may not have reported all your income. So, there's a big treasure trove of information the IRS has on Binance accounts, and they're starting to milk it. If you're a U.S. citizen, taxpayer, now the U.S. government has that information too. How do we know this? We know this because we are seeing letters being issued by the IRS to individuals, and when we have triangulated information we're seeing, we can tell that all these people had Binance accounts and they had not been reporting the income on them. So what happens here? Well, Binance may have your information from your IP address or other activities, and the IRS has taken that information. They've correlated it with other information they have to come up with your name and contact information. They then send you a letter. There's two types of letters. One at the top, it says letter 6173. The other one says 6174A. And they both say the same thing, essentially, but they basically say, you probably didn't report all your crypto income. Here's how you should have done it. You better update your tax returns, or we may proceed with further actions against you. That's what it says. It's a very vague, threatening letter. It doesn't say what year things happened. And the taxpayer, all our clients have spoken up to us about this. It's an extremely troubling letter because it's just a vague, you may not have done things right. And for most of the people we're talking to, they had done things right. They had reported, or they didn't have more than enough income that they'd have to report. So if this is you, I recommend you contact my director of resolution on our webpage. It's a free consultation. He can give you a general assessment of the risk situation that you're in. Plus, he can give you some strategies that are powerful for moving forward and protecting yourself. But don't let the IRS surround you and scare you into disclosing more information than you should. Get the right team on your side. Crypto Tax Audit.